we found him and she rung and he's laid down and he's going to sleep and he's being sick. And so we got an ambulance, the ambulance came, took him to Greenwich Hospital. And I think because it was going in from Friday to Saturday night, I think they thought he was drunk more than anything because he was really disorientated. He had a fractured skull, which led to a bleed on the brain as well, but then because they'd left him so long, it had caused a stroke as well, which made the damage a little bit worse. But it did have a massive, massive effect on all of us. He needed speech and language therapy properly and regularly, and he's swallowing monitoring. So he started getting out and about, and then obviously the house came up, but it was the length of time it took to do the house, get the house ready for him, and source everything that was needed, like the new track hoist system.
You do realise it when you go elsewhere and you see other levels of equipment compared to Kile's. Kile's got top of the range, and it really does make all the difference.
Because we've gone from not being able to communicate apart from yes and no answers to having the eye gaze where he's been able to use everything with pupil recognition to then actually spelling everything out. But you have to understand the spelling because he does use a lot of slang.
But he also uses an iPad now and he can actually speak to you on his iPad. He's got a Yoda voice, he's chosen the voice and it's Yoda.
I can understand everything you say, but I use this program to talk because my speech is hard to understand. Please be patient while I write my message.
But no, his communication has come on amazingly. He said when he comes home, you'll think he'll improve for a year. He said then he'll reach a plateau and then he'll decline every year after that. And he hasn't, he's improved every year after. He always had a bike. The bike and the dog and the rat in his pocket. And he'd follow him everywhere. And he was always off on his bike. He used to go fishing.
It started as a goal to try and lose some weight for Kile, to get him a little bit healthier.
Set yourself a goal of how many miles you can do a day or how many miles you can do in a week.
And he was really doing well on the bike, so we said to him, we just suggested, you know, why not put something into this, give you a little bit of an incentive.
Somebody came up with the idea of why don't you do the obvious Manchester to Blackpool. We worked it out and we got a chart, and then somebody suggested why not do it for charity? Let's do it for Headway. I think he surprised everybody. Even his physiotherapist was amazed that he'd done for 2 lots of 3 hours in one day with a little bit of a break, which is absolutely brilliant.
From going from intensive care to not knowing whether he would actually wake up, to see him sort of go through them stages and rehabilitate himself, and he put so much effort in, you could see it. He's carried on and on and on, and he always meets every sort of obstacle and tries to give it his best.
He amazes me every day, and even if you're in a really crappy mood and you just go in his room, he just looks at you and he smiles and he's got a big dimple and he just makes your day. No words whatsoever. He amazes me every day. Every day.